that the Supreme Court has allowed electoral bonds to continue for now. The Supreme Court today in its judgment said, we have considered the matter, we examined the stand by the Election Commission, and for the present it needs hearing and it can't be concluded in a short span of time. So for the moment, electoral bonds are to be allowed. Now, one of the petitioners in this case was the Association of Democratic Rights and left parties who had challenged electoral bonds and said that the entire scheme is opaque. Well, joining us on the phone line is Professor Trilochan Sastry of Association for Democratic Rights. Thank you for speaking to NDTV. Your reaction to the Supreme Court allowing the electoral bonds for now, however, asking that details of the donations be submitted to the Election Commission in a sealed cover.
Yes, so that's a welcome development. I think the Election Commission will have that information, and I think eventually the people of India should also get to know that information. I would just like to make a small clarification. You know, ADR is a non-political, non-partisan organization, and we are not associated with any political party. If some political party has filed a petition along with us,
they are the other petitioners. Yes, sir. So those are the other petitioners, ADR and the left parties.
From all political parties. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So are you satisfied with this? Because you actually wanted, everyone was hoping, or the petitioners were hoping for a stay on the electoral bonds, but there's no stay for the moment, and it will be dealt with, it seems now, after elections.
Obviously, we have to honor the Supreme Court's verdict, but as a citizen, we are not satisfied with the order. However, I think the best international norms on transparency in other leading democracies, I think that will apply in India also eventually. And that will be a big step forward for improving our elections and black money, etc. So we will look forward to the final judgment.
All right, sir. And yesterday, for the centre, Attorney General K.K. Venugopal even argued that, people need to know about their candidates. That's who they need information about. Why do they need information about, how the parties are being funded?
It's very simple, if I have to vote for someone, if a citizen has to vote for somebody, and you can get to know that so-and-so has funded him, or so-and-so organization has funded him, or so-and-so individual has funded him, you may think twice about voting for such a party. Because people who are funding political parties are doing it for getting some return. And I am voting to the political party to work for me, not for some big donor. So I think I have a right to know who is. So that's a simple argument, and that's used worldwide, and I'm sure it will prevail in India.
Right, sir. But now, given the way it's been dealt with in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court saying that it does need more time to actually go into this entire matter in detail, and it will only be taken up, it seems, now after election. So that, in a sense, defeats the purpose, what you were fighting for, the right for people to know before they cast their vote about who is funding their political parties.
See, we are not guided by an immediate election. Ours is a long struggle. We've been working for 15 years, and we will work for another 25, 30 years. If not us, our successors will. Because democracy is not going to be overcome or improved in one election. I'm very confident that in the long run, the best practices will prevail. So we just need a little bit of patience.